the directional's working, so that's all set. I just painted the inside of the trunk. We were just going to paint inside brown underneath where the carpet's going, just to kind of clean it up, and any surface rust that was in there, kind of clean that up too, just to help protect it. So I bought this switch right here, and first I need to test just to make sure the switch actually works the way I want to. It's supposed to be open all the time when button's up, and then off when you close it, but I just want to be sure of that. So all I'm going to do is just take this test light. I'm going to sit this in here. Hopefully that gets a good connection. I'm going to stick the connector on here, my test light. Make sure we got that good. Stick the test light in here. Alright, so now we have a connection, and if I push this in, oh, there we go. If I push this button in, the light should go off. And then, yeah, I don't have a good connection on there we go. Push the button in, light will go off, let the button out, light goes on. In, out, that's exactly what we want. So this switch should work. Now I just got to figure out how to find a spot, mount that switch, get the wiring in, because as I said previously in this video, somebody did a wiring directly to a live on the starter solenoid over here, which has power going to this all the time. That light that was in there, I can't find where the switch was supposed to be, so I'm going to make it work. It's just a matter of now taking this wire wherever I decide to put this switch and adding 2 ends to that, and this way when the hood closes it will shut off, hood opens, it'll turn on. I've got a whole bunch of more progress done, and my buddy Rick is coming Saturday. We're going to do some more on the car, but for now I just wanted to get a few things tinkered and done, and I was curious to see how well this chrome is going to clean up and the top, and I just started doing a little bit, and as you can see, just half of it, and that was just a quick wipe down with the tub of towel stuff, and we'll end up using those moisturizing type wipes, like the McGuire's or something on the tops, and the dash, and I mean even the dash is beautiful in there. Kind of hard to see with the lights here, but and did a quick cleaning of the chrome and even the rear bumper. My buddy's a little bit religious kind of guy, so he wanted to keep that Jesus fish thing. I'm like, no problem, a little compromise. I'm not Mr. Religious, but would definitely keep that. But just a quick clean on that bumper, and the chrome came out really, really, really nice for a car this age. There wasn't a lot of pitting and rust on the chrome. And same thing, I just cleaned up the rubber around there real quick all the way around, and getting this prepped. We're going to clean up a little bit more too, and then do a quick fine sand on this and get this prepped, because we're going to paint the same brown. Same thing here, we're going to mask off this once we clean all this up and paint just the edges around here that same brown, just to kind of get rid of that rust and kind of, because when we paint this, we're not going super nuts. We're not, going to be doing a $5,000 paint job on a $2,000 car. Well, maybe a little bit more, $2,000, but still, it's not going to be that kind of paint job. It's just going to be clean and have it look nice. But I'm really, really, really surprised at just how well this chrome is cleaning up, nice and shiny. And yeah, so hopefully Saturday we'll have some more progress underneath. It'd be nice if I can get that exhaust fixed up, get the brake lines in the rear fixed, the one that is leaking across the rear diff, and we can kind of give it an idea of what it looks like underneath. Well, we got the new carpet going in. Rick's doing a fine job here, getting it all trimmed up nice. We used the original as a template. Just grabbed some nice tan carpet, and it's actually fitting pretty good. Just a little bit more trimming, and it should work out pretty nice. It cleaned up that trunk really, really well.
Yeah. Looks almost professional.
Oh, well, let's not get out of hand here. But it's going to look good. It's going to look a lot better than the mice crap infested thing that was in there. And we've got some spray adhesive. We'll probably do a quick spray down in spots to help keep it down later on. I know Rick's a little camera shy. You know, after his porn days, he decided to quit and not go on camera anymore. But
man ugly as myself, don't need to be on camera.
But he's doing a fine job. I'm hoping someone can help me identify what the heck this stupid thing is. Now, you can see down here, there's some light on it. That's the mount that was in there. See those two round hoops with like a metal bracket? You can probably see it a little better here. So, this thing was wired up to a momentary switch, almost like a little horn button under the dash. And I can shut this light off. I'm gonna bring this outside in the sun. This cardboard tube looking thing looks like a pipe bomb. A couple metal wires coming out of it. I couldn't find any writing on it. Whatever was on here is gone. The wires went into a metal box here, and it has this Delco DS505GM346 type relay, it looks like, on it, and some plugs and other various stuff. It looks old, like solid states from the 70s, early 80s or something. And here was the push button, and this is it. I've never seen anything like this. We keep joking that it was a terrorist bomber car, because we don't know what the heck it was. But it gets wired into this thing, into that switch. Under, like I said, in front of the car, behind the grill. Doesn't make any sense to me. It almost looks homemade. Like, I don't know if somebody made some kind of homemade horn. No idea. If someone can identify this and let me know, that'd be great. I'm really, really curious. I did a bunch of searches. I tried to find anything on the internet to see what it might be, and not a clue. I didn't want to risk pushing the button. I wasn't going to wire it up to anything, so for now, we're just going to see if anybody can tell us what it is. And like I said, hopefully it's not a pipe bomb. So Rick and I did a bunch more work yesterday. We didn't film it. Another buddy of mine, David, come over, and really, really good buddy of mine from back in college days and long after college. And I don't get to see him too much anymore. So any of the filming crap kind of took a back seat. But new speakers in the back of the trunk. We got to put the spare tire back in. Let me get a light. You can see a little better in there. Let's see. What did I do with that light? Here it is. So, yeah, you can see both doors are apart right now because the power lock actuator in both doors were actually not just bad, they were down in the bottom of the doors. So I ordered 2 new ones. I just put the one new one here in the passenger door. That one's working fine. And we've been doing a lot of work with this car with the battery not charging. I forgot to put it on the charger the other day, So when I started doing the driver's side actuator, the battery was pretty much dead. And yesterday, you can see we got new speakers here for these doors here, for the doors. That's the radio, and we have a mount here that's we're going to go under the dash right in the center. We modified that, basically cut it in half so it would fit. And been working on the patch you can see in the roof. I don't know if you can see that. Trying to get those sealed up a little bit and try to get them to match with one of those little kits you can use for like leather and vinyl. Not sure how well it'll come out, but it's better than having a hole up in the headliner. Alright, yeah, so here's the issue over here. Again, that actuator. And the actuators are right down, you can see in the side of the door there. And I just ordered 2 more. And I had just ordered a new window motor for this side as well. Passenger side works, driver side doesn't. And I tested everything yesterday for electrical. We got power going all the way out to the motor, and the motor just doesn't work. So, no big deal. I've got another motor coming in for it. And other than that, we're trying to just keep plugging away. Install the new horn. Nice loud horn. This is perfect. That one works good. It came as a 2-horn set, and after just testing 1 horn, we're like, that's enough. That's a really loud 1 horn. So we got that installed too. And like I said, now it's keep plugging away. The exhaust is done. I got 2 new brake lines coming in for the rear, and the front shocks are over there in that box. So once we get this a little bit more tidied up here, I'll get it back up on the lift and keep spraying the nuts and the hose lines and the bleeders on the brakes. I'm gonna keep spraying them, let them soak, try to get them doing it for like 3, 4, 5 days before I attempt to pop those shocks off and to do those brake lines. I'd prefer to be able to get that stuff out easily and not have to fight it. And so we're hoping that's going to work out. Well, this exhaust from the start was basically a Franken exhaust. It was welded, and really you can see the old crap welded, mostly butcher welded, which is fine because then it fits in with my welds. So, but I have now the front half done. I just have to get that back up in place and clamp the front parts down, and then work my way back with the muffler, and then tailpipe. I may try to salvage a little bit of that tailpipe if I can. If not, I got another piece of tailpipe here. That should work. We are not trying to make some beautiful fancy exhaust. We are trying to make a nice quiet car and have it sound decent. It's not a hot rod, so it's getting there. I'm hoping to have it that part up and clamped once it cools down in a little bit. Way back many years ago, probably 20 years, I had a muffler shop nearby, and I was just trying to learn how to actually weld halfway decent. And as you can see by my welds, I probably don't weld halfway decent, but I was really just trying to learn how to get some stuff done. So I stopped by the muffler shop one day and asked the guy there, the manager, and I said, hey, if you got any scraps of pipe and stuff, I could use it to go ahead and weld some stuff up to practice. He said, yeah, sure, come by. So, nice guy. I got there he told me like end of the week or something. I got there. He had a huge bin of all kinds of different pipes, adapters, different bends. I mean, you name it. It was just all scrap for some reason. And he's like, yep, take the whole bin. So I brought that back, and I've used that stuff a ton. I'm getting now down to the end of it, but for this exhaust, I used basically what was here before that somebody had kind of, like I said before, pieced together, and you know, the pipe was all still solid. So I think it was done before it had just come off the road, and I just started adding stuff. The only thing I actually purchased was the exhaust, the muffler itself, and some clamps. And just with all of the rest of the stuff that I had floating around, I was able to do this. I'm going to try to get the hangers that I have to work, but it's all going to come straight through here, back up through here, almost pretty much how it was, almost factory. So I'll show you a little better after I finish it up. You know, there's some rust on the pipe. Doesn't matter. I clean up where I weld, and the pipe itself is solid. There's just some surface rust. I left my good camera inside the house, so I'll be using this one. It's all done. It's up there. Got a hanger there. That was a factory spot. There was a hanger here, factory spot. Just had to extend it just a little bit. And again, not the fanciest exhaust job, but it's all up there. It could have went up a hair higher, but it should be fine. I got plenty of clearance on cross members. You can't really see that. There you can see that. Plenty of clearance on the cross members. Plenty of clearance over here on the axle. And this comes up where it came out by the factory. So, calling that a win. That's good. The front shocks just came in. Got to do that. Got to do the rear brake line here on the passenger side. And then a lot of cleanup and paint underneath this thing. And pretty sure that's it last for the underneath. We already did the gas straps, as you can see. We had one broken one, so put 2 brand new ones in. So yeah, hopefully this will be the last major thing underneath we got to take care of. Brake line's done on this side. Wasn't too bad. And of course, you know, your direct fit replacement lines from these specialty places don't exactly fit direct replacement. You have to do a bit of finessing or so to get it to fit, but that one is done. I'm still debating doing this one, but I don't know if I want to even touch it. It seems pretty good, and that one I was lucky enough to be able to break it at the wheel. This over here, I ended up having to vice grip it. Luckily was able to get it broken and popped out. And not physically broken, but broke free, and it physically popped out. So that side is done. So I'm going to see how that goes. Right now I'm kind of descaling it, knocking down a bunch of the rust, as you can see, that's all over the floor. So there's some, you know, weight reduction happening here. It's a fancy kind of horsepower gain. We knock off all the rust and hope we get a little bit of extra speed out of this puppy. But it isn't too bad. I mean, most of it's all just a little bit of scaly surface rust, and we're just going to knock down that scale, and then we are going to spray all under here, all underneath this car with the flat black Rust-Oleum paint in order to try to help preserve it a little bit more, and that's the best it's going to get. So the next thing's going to be, probably got to fill this up. My buddy Dan will be here tomorrow. I think he's coming. We'll work on bleeding that brake out, and hopefully that'll be good. New plug came in today for the parking light here, and I've got the ground in. I actually crimped that down because that's pretty obvious. Then we have two other ones. One's going to be the directional, one's going to be the parking light. I don't really think it makes a difference which is which wire, but I didn't crimp those down yet just in case. We're going to find out. I'm going to kick the battery on and let's see if we can test this out. I'm going to need to grab the keys for this car too real quick, so we can give that a try with the directionals. I am using the clear bulb right now because I only have, excuse me, I only have one amber bulb. So once it works and I know everything's good with the clear bulb, I'll pop the amber bulb in it and get that going. So let's see what we got. Well, still no parking light. See if we can set you down here real quick. But still no parking light. Before, what would happen was the directional worked, parking light didn't. So let's make sure our wires are connected good, which they are. Let's see if the directional works. It does. Okay, we seem to be back to square one. I'm going to go back now to testing. Oh, parking light just came on. Isn't that peculiar? All right. Wire may not have been hooked up well, so I am going to keep those. See if it comes back on. It does. It's back on, and our light is out in here on the directional, letting us know that it's a bad wire. I mean a bad bulb. All right, so I'm going to crimp this down exactly how I have it. I'm going to put the amber bulb in. We're going to put it back and see if that addresses that situation. I know the other socket was definitely had a burnt spot, and so something was wrong, and it was only the parking light that wasn't working. The directional was working fine. Yeah, I noticed my screw up pretty much as soon as I tested it. So I know somebody was sitting there saying, "Hey, dumbass, your idea of it probably doesn't matter which wire is which is absolutely wrong," which it was. So I had them swap backwards. When I pulled the parking light on to test it with the bulb sitting up, it was wicked bright, and the blinker was not bright. So I swapped them back around, so now the parking light is normal, and then when you turn your directional on, that blinker is bright like it's supposed to be. So let's pop that directional on. And there we go. Bright like it's supposed to be. So, and this is what we want. We actually want this to now no longer have that directional light on like it was before, meaning there's a bulb out. My buddy Rick was a little concerned about that. It bothered him. So it's all fixed now. I had emptied out all the fluid from well, almost all, from the front reservoir on the master cylinder. Put all new fresh in that one because that one was looking kind of dirty. And then I had put new fluid in the back reservoir. And as you saw, I just kind of worked the brakes a little bit and try to push a bunch of that crap brown fluid, everything from the lines back. And I don't know if you could see it, but that made all that nice clear new fluid in the front, the back reservoir, all dark brown again. So once I had a feeling I got most of it out, I emptied that one out again and put new fresh in there. And now I just got to wait to bleed those brakes tomorrow, and hopefully all's good with the brakes. So you ever just kind of jump into something and it kind of feels like just right, like it's, I don't know how to explain it, like it's, you're putting on your favorite pair of old shoes or sneakers or boots or something. Well, that's kind of like what it is with this old 78 T-Bird. And I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It feels like it's 1986 all over again. Everything about this car is just comfortable. It's just, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. The only difference is that, and of course, YouTube, don't play the music, but big difference is that we sure as hell didn't have this kind of radios back then. So this particular radio, I think I mentioned before, plays MP3s, you name it. But it plays video. I got a bunch of different videos. This one, I'm wondering if anyone can recognize it. One of my favorites, actually. I'm sure we can't get in trouble if you put the actual video and the band and the song in the comments, but it's we'll give another quick look at that. There is an old car behind, and actually let me see if I can hit play again without the music. Yeah, I know someone's going to recognize that. So let's pause that puppy again. So yeah, it just feels like it did back then. Steering wheel, the seat, I mean everything. It's just comfortable. I do need to get another mirror. This one, I don't know if you can see it, but has those little black marks and stuff across it. I don't like that. That's got to go. So we'll get another mirror. But even something stupid like the clock, the ticking of the clock in the orange hands, and the same orange on the speedo, same orange on the radio. It's just crazy how it brings back good memories, so just a little bit of nostalgia.